everyone, welcome in my next process video. This one is created especially for the Altenew blog hub. We are celebrating new release day and there are a few new awesome products in Altenew shop. And I also got some of them and I am creating a layout for you using them. This stamp set is from the new release and it's called Happy Balloon. I also have a dies that coordinates with this stamp set. You can stamp very pretty, I would say, wild flowers. And I really like this kind of a design, kind of folk themes. You can create pretty cards with this stamp set, and I'm going to create a layout, but first I have to stamp multiply times so I can create a flower cluster using those stamps. I am using watercolor paper and a black archival ink. It is waterproof, so I will be able to color my stamps with watercolors. I was wondering if maybe I should use my Copic markers, which I haven't used for ages, but my reds are gone already, so I won't be able to color my poppies properly. That's why I went into the watercolors. And here are my my stamps, my flowers. Let's say they are my flowers. And now it's time to color them. All the poppies will be red. I am using Prima watercolors. And I have 3 sets mixed in 3 palettes. I have classics, I have tropicals, and I have decadent pies. So I am not sure which color is from which color palette, but I only have 3 of them. So if you are searching for watercolors, yeah, I have 3 sets from Prima, and I am very, very happy with them. My poppies are done, and now I am painting, let's say some wildflower. I am not sure if it even exists. It has a shape of a daisy, but I decided to paint it blue, and this flower will be painted yellow. As I said, I am even not sure if they really exist in nature, but I want to create this colorful composition, and navy and red will be my base colors, and yellow is added just to cheer up the composition. Field flowers, this is something, not field, wild flowers, this is something that appears in my projects from time to time because I really, really like them. And I am finishing my flowers by adding the middle parts of the flower, and after they all will be done and dry, I will be cutting them. And with stamps like that, you can easily fussy cut them by hand, or if you are a lazy person, you can use some dies that matches the stamps. And this is what Altenew offers to you in this release, and they have many stamp sets with die sets that coordinates, and this is something I really, really love. And this time I also got this tiny, super cute die cutting machine that Altenew released not so far ago. And oh my god, I am in love with it. I would never expect, because I have a big shot, that I would need a second die cutting machine, because you know, when you have a bigger one, you can't always cut smaller elements. But to be honest, I barely use my my big shot because it's hidden, it's too big, and it doesn't fit my desk. So I stopped using my dies. Yes, I have only a few of them left because I sold most of the dies. I wasn't using them for years, so I thought, stop hoarding, just let it go. And with this tiny little baby, I came back to die cutting. Yeah, it's standing on my desk. It's so small that it can really fit any desk. And I just love the possibilities of this tiny little baby machine. And it's so easy. It only has 2 acrylic plates, so you don't have to worry about creating this kind of a sandwich, which plate go where. Just put the die and the paper between 2 plastic plates and roll on. So yes, this little baby surprised me a lot with the tiny size, I would say, because I didn't thought it's that tiny. I thought it's a little bit bigger. And when I saw it, I thought, oh my God, the cutest little machine ever. And now let's go back to the layout. I took a watercolor paper sheet and I am painting kind of a connection between sky and meadow grass. So there is a horizon and the earth and the sky on my layout, or it's going to be one. And I have this picture of my daughter and her friend Stas. He is giving her a flower. It's a poppy because we were visiting the countryside back then. And he is making this face like, oh my God, why are you talking me into this? And Gabrysia was all those, I am shy little lady, and it was a funny moment because, of course, as mothers, we ask them to pose for this kind of a picture. And I snapped few photos back then, and now I can scrap this funny moment. My background is ready, it's painted, and it's curled a little bit, ruffled, so I am using one of the papers from Altenew Reflections kit to back up my project. And I have to be careful because I can smudge the drops of the sprays, because I used the sprays to add a little bit of splatters. It was the Heidi Swap turquoise mist and citron mist. I also sew around the page. I created clouds with white thread. You can't see it, but they are there and they add really nice texture. I also added grass and few leaves that are wandering into the sky. And now it's time to compose my flowers. I am using all of the flowers and elements I cut it with a die cutting machine. And I am looking at my telephone right now because I already pre-designed how they should be lying, and I took a picture, and now I'm trying to recreate what I did previously and glue things down, because I was trying this composition on the blank page, so I had to move it. I had to paint the background. That's why I took a picture. This is something I do a lot when I am, just scrapping for a test. I snap a picture, and thanks to that I more or less know where the elements had to be, and I am not angry that I moved things and now I don't remember where they were, and the previous version looked very nice and stuff like that. So I'm just arranging this composition of white flowers around the picture in one line. I don't want to cover too much of the picture. I don't want to cover too much of the grass. And I am using 3D foam squares to add dimensions. So one of the flowers are lower, some of the flowers are higher. And I am going to create a title right now. It will be Flower for a Pretty Lady, and I am using this black Puffy Alpha stickers from Reflections kit. I will mix it with another alpha set because I divided the title into flowers, and lady will be in one color, and for the pretty part will be in another color. I didn't wanted this for the pretty part stand out too much. That's why I use this navy alpha stickers, and I am finishing the title with the word lady. So I have a flower for a pretty lady title already. I decided to add one of the leftover flowers over the picture and add one of these wooden buttons that were included into the reflection kit. And oh my god, how dirty this water is. I was too lazy to just stand out and fill the cup with the new clean water. And now I am filling the leaves that I previously sew on my sewing machine, adding the green color. And now I wanted to add whiteness along the stitches where my clouds are. You still are not able to see the clouds, but I promise you, you will see them on the close-ups. That are added into the end of this video. I really like this idea of sewing the clouds. Maybe if I had a thicker thread it would be visible more, but I'm trying things that are white, and this is a liquid, like a liquid watercolor in white color, but it still didn't highlight the clouds too much. And the final step is to splash my my layout that is finished with white drops, and this is what I did right now. And now I am adding yellow splatters, and I'm using a butter color mist from Heidi Swap. It's a color shine. And this is the final step, and my page is ready, and you can see the close-ups right now. I like how it turned out. I really love the flower cluster. It looks pretty and it's something new. I didn't almost use any ready scrappy supplies, and those are the clouds I was talking about previously. Thank you for watching, and check for the details in the description box. Bye bye.